Good afternoon, and thank you so much for the warm welcome. And thank you so much for being here. I tried to convince my own sons to come here on a Saturday afternoon, and they were not convinced. So it's really great to have this talk and to share this time with you. I thought I'll declare my conflicts of interest. I'm not a futurist. I don't have a degree in education. I'm a gynecologist, as mentioned, with an interest in infrastructure. And so today I'll be sharing my views and my experience on higher education, but what I've learned in the last 2 years as chair of the University of the Future project. And I hope you'll be able to engage with this. What I'm trying to show you is universities evolve. What universities were in 900, in 1829, and what universities are right now, it's still gonna change. And this is the process that we're talking about today. The original definition of a university was a community of teachers and scholars, but universities today are defined as institutions of higher education, offering tuition in mainly non-vocational subjects, typically having power to confer degrees. So universities today are really described by what they offer students, that they offer degrees, and not by what they are, a community. If you look at the purpose of a university right now, we know that it's defined by these three tensions in higher education: teaching and learning, research, and social responsibility. And teaching and learning, as we defined it, preparing and training the future workforce, producing excellent science, and addressing social inequalities and social injustice. And so that's what many of our universities, that's what they do, and that's what they're expected to do. And then South Africa, if you look at they had a national higher education conference in 2019. The minister said transformation at our universities needed to address racial, class, gender issues, social justice, poverty, inequality, and violence. And so very much the same theme, that all those stakeholders are saying that our universities need to address challenges that we face. Prof. Wim de Villiers, the Vice Chancellor of Stellenbosch, was quoted saying, "The choice is not whether universities should change, but how. Change is already here." And essentially, universities need to start adapting to technological advances, global and local economic forces, and demographic changes. So, what is the University of the Future? Firstly, it's an idea. It's an idea of a university that is deeply engaged in the society around it, engaged actively to bring about a better world, filled with rapidly advancing technology, dedicated to research efforts to solving the world's most pressing problems, committed to educating standards to be global citizens students to be global citizens who understand sustainability thinking, deeply connected to industries and communities around them, and exceptionally committed to serving the needs of students. So UNESCO on access to higher education described that in low-income countries, 10% have got access to higher education compared to 77%. So you can imagine, I didn't break it down by country, but if you move across the continent, you can imagine the disparity, how many people actually have degrees compared to if you go to a high-income country. The primary stakeholder of the university is the learner, is the students, I would like to propose. And we need to see the university experience as a place where they come to thrive. In a university like this, you attract the top students, and when they come here, they shouldn't just survive, they need to thrive.